Hey guys, let's make a cute looking trinket tray in this video. For the base of the trinket tray, I'm using a MDF coaster base. It is like say about 4 inches and it is like 30 rupees per piece. You can find it in all local stationery shops, I mean craft shops. It's really nice investing in this because you can make various items out of this MDF base. And next, for making the designs, I'll be using an epoxy clay from the brand called Fevicryl. It is actually air drying clay and it's quite strong and also waterproof. I have got in a super saver pack because I'll be making a lot of crafts with this clay. So it contains two parts, which is the resin and hardener. So once you mix this both, you'll get a super strong air drying clay. And the next one is the paint. You can use acrylic color, poster color, and most importantly for this project you need glass colors. So with all these materials, let's get started. So these are the two parts of our epoxy clay, that is the resin and hardener. So we are going to mix these parts together thoroughly and make it into a single color that will be like it will have a gray tone. You'll have to mix this for about 2 minutes to get it equally kneaded. Once it's mixed properly, it will look like this and we can start molding it on our base. I'm going to show you how I did this so you can watch and follow the same steps. The best part about epoxy clay is that it sticks to each other when it's wet and it never comes out. I'm using a tool with a silicone tip to make some markings so that our branches will look more realistic. You can let this dry for about 2 to 3 hours and we'll have solid base ready. Now I'm going to use some brown and black acrylic paints to paint the base coat. When you mix brown and black acrylic paint, you get a dark tone of green, somewhat like a military green. So that will be the base of our pines. I am also leaving some black patches on the rocks I have made. This will help us build some 3D dimension. Once you have got your desired shade, you can now paint the center of the pond. I am using blue paint to paint the center. Once that is dry, you can use some glass color to give it a glossy finish. Else, if you have aluminium wrapper at home, you can use that to build a 3D texture. Don't forget to stick your aluminum wrapper using glue because it tends to float away when you're pouring your glass paint. Now, as we wait for that to dry, let's paint our rocks. I'm mixing a pinch of black paint to white to get a grey tone for our rocks. Now once our aluminum base is ready, let's pour our glass paint. You can also use resin, but glass paint gives the same effect and it's much more easier to use. It takes around 2 to 3 hours for the glass paint to dry, and once it's dried, you can now stick the rocks. Once we have everything dry, I am now using a fake moss to give the rock some realistic effect. You can use normal school glue to stick this moss. In case you don't find this moss in your nearby craft store, you can always use sponge. All you have to do is take some green color sponge and grate it using a ginger grater. Now, to give this a more realistic look, I am using real moss that was dried naturally. Now our tray is almost complete. We have some patches to be filled up. For that I am using brown color acrylic paint mixed with light blue paint. Once you mix these two colors together, you get that nice moss shade. I am now using some soft pastel for the shading. I am using the black shade to give a dark and dirty texture to the rock. And here we have our cute looking trinket tray. Hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.